dear students. Now we are in the second chapter of software engineering. Already we have covered one topic in the second chapter, that is software engineering layered technology. Now we'll go to next topic, that is a process framework. This topic defines what are the various activities that are to be carried out when you take up software development. So the process framework, it establishes the foundation for complete software process. So it lays the foundation for complete software process. For this, it identifies the small number of framework activities that are applicable to all software projects regardless of their size and complexities it has. So this activity identifies all the activities that are to be carried out to develop a software project. So this is a very important activity. Next. So if you take this picture, you will understand that a process framework activity consists of work products, milestones, deliverables, question and answer checkpoints, and various umbrella activities. So this, it has got many activities which are to be carried out. So single process framework has got number of activities, and each activity has got number of tasks that are to be carried out. So you find that each framework activity is populated by set of engineering actions. So there are number of engineering actions that are to be carried out when you carry out one process activity. Second, an action is collection of related tasks that produces a major software engineering product. So when you carry out number of actions, you will get one product. For example, design is one action that you carry out, and the product you get, you have designed a software. That is, for example, a design is a software engineering action. At the end of this, you will get a perfect design for the software. Now, there are certain generic framework activities that are common to all the projects. For example, we have got here listed 5 activities that are necessary to carry out any software development. First is communication. Next is planning. Next, modeling. Next, construction. And next, deployment. These are 5 generic activities that are to be carried out. But this can be fragmented into sub-activities. You can understand that. For example, this modeling. Modeling calls for analysis of the requirements and design of a model. Next, construction activity is divided into 2 activities. One is code generation, another is testing. So there are still more activities that can be carried out. We will study all this one by one. First, communication. So when you take up a software development project, you should understand that you are developing it for someone, your customer. So there should be good communication between the customer and the software developing team, so that you can understand the total requirement. So that is this communication. This framework activity involves heavy communication and collaboration with the customer and other stakeholders, and it encompasses requirements gathering and other related activities. So this is the activity which is very important, through which you can understand what is the software you are going to develop and for whom you are going to develop. Next, once you have communicated and gathered required information, you have to plan the activities for the software project. So this is a planning activity, because you know number of resources are involved and resources are costly, so planning is a must. This activity establishes a plan for software engineering work that is to be followed. So it describes the technical tasks to be conducted and the risks that are likely. So it clearly identifies the tasks to be carried out and what are the risk factors. That is the resources that will be required. So with this we can understand what are the resources required, what are the work products that will be produced, and what is the work schedule that you have to carry out to get the required task done. So after communication, planning is the second activity and it is also important activity. Next, modeling. So there is a customer and there is a software development team. So both have to be a common platform. So a model should be developed and you should communicate with the customer with the help of this model. So model is important. So this activity encompasses the creation of models that allow the developer and the customer to be better understand the software requirement. If you have a model, okay, you can understand it better. Also the customer understands the concept better. After developing a model, next activity is construction. In this activity, you write the code, okay, and then test the programs whether they are working properly or not. Okay, so this activity encompasses two things. One is writing program code and second is testing. Once the software is developed, it should be given to the customer at point where it requires. This activity is called as deployment, that is making software functional. So the software, once it is complete or if it is partially complete in implement, is delivered to the customer, and it is the customer who is the best evaluator of the software, because software is developed for the customer. That is delivered product and provides feedback based on the evaluation. So these are the 5 major framework activities that are to be carried out. Okay, so it is very simple topic. I hope, okay, you have understood this. If you got any doubts, okay, you can just call me, okay, and I will be able to answer it. Thank you.